Hello, my name's Haley, and today I'll be talking about my response and reaction to the IA Generative using the website ChatGPT, and what I put my prompt as and what the response it gave me in order to help me later on in my career of being a teacher using those communication styles. So first, the prompt that I provided for the ChatGPT was, I want to be a teacher and would like to be able to communicate my teaching ability to someone who is a part of Russian culture. Can you please provide some resources in order for me to adapt those teaching styles? My goal for the communication scenario or the end product, was being able to provide a comfortable teaching environment for a Russian student and making sure that they are getting all the information they need when I'm teaching and feel comfortable and able to ask me questions if needed. Some bullet points that the ChatGPT provided me when I entered in my prompt were, first, some communication techniques used in the classroom in order to make a Russian student feel comfortable and know that they're getting all the resources they need. And then at the end, it provided some resources that I can use to further on my research and discovery of how I can make that student comfortable. The first bullet point it provided, which kind of came to a shock to me in the sense of, I thought that the communication skills provided were going to be more of like a broad robot-y examples, such as like expectations or respectful or quietness or listening. But the first one it gave me was warmth and support, which in my view is more of like connecting and building relationships and having one-on-one time and being able to understand the student's point of view and how you can personally help them. Because again, even though they're from a different culture and yes, they have different communication styles, the person personally may have different values than the culture or with myself and other students around them. So I think that is very important to have to be able to support many students as you can. Now, dealing with a class of 200 kids, that is definitely a challenge, and having multiple classrooms that are over 100 kids can be very challenging. But my goal for being a teacher is kindergarten through second grade, so I can't imagine those classrooms being any bigger than at least 15 to 20 kids. So I feel like I will have the chance to be able to make more personal connections with the students. And the teaching style provided an example of warmth and support by being able to understand what they feel, how they can connect to the actual topic itself, what they can do to improve, and things like that. Two other ones that I found very nice and shocking kinda would be sense of humor. I like that one because I feel like it also provides a safe environment and a welcoming environment, knowing that it's not all going to be serious when teaching is happening. You can be comfortable and laugh and get those giggles out when you need to. And then positive reinforcement, I find a very big thing as like just in general. And so when the ChatGPT provided that for a Russian teaching style communication, I was kind of happy about that, because I feel like a lot of negative reinforcements such as detention, suspension, and things like that scare students and make them nervous or anxious or feel like that's going to happen to them. But focusing more on the positive reinforcements, such as just a positive praise of you did a good job, communication of telling them that if you need help, I'm here, office hours that's used frequently, and things like that to help encourage them to do better, or just to let them know that they are doing good in general and that they can always improve if they need to, and to keep going at the pace that they are, just to get in that more practice. Or even simple things as providing stickers or lollipops after every good activity done that they accomplish, and things like that, which I found great. Some of the websites that the chat GTP provided were more of applications of being a teacher in Russia. There were a couple, like 2 to 3 at the bottom of the list, that did help a little bit on the side of helping me understand a little bit more of the Russian culture teaching styles and what they did. The websites focused on like specific focal points when teaching. So when it came to like sports, it helped them understand a deeper meaning, such as like leadership, or supporting your teammates, or if we lose, it's okay, like we'll get them next game, things like that. I saw on the websites, so that was nice. It was helpful, but not as much as I would like it to be able to really get in depth of how I can personally use that teaching skill in my classroom with younger age group, and not necessarily middle school or high school. So I found that really nice. But a personal resource that I found myself was a website of methods of work with pupil immigrants at Russian language lessons in primary school. When I was searching up examples or communication styles for Russian culture teaching, it gave me a lot of studies, and that was a lot more than the chat GTA gave, so that was very helpful, and being able to get like in specific and how, if they worked or not, and what they were used in the classroom itself, which I found great. Overall, the chat GTA did great, giving me big like focal points of how I can use different communication styles in the classroom, which I felt great about, and it was very useful to me. So, yeah.